What's up, HASfit Tribe? It's your personal trainer, Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia, and this is an ab workout for both men and women.
Today's routine can be performed with dumbbells or without,
depending on your desired intensity level.
You can follow me for the standard moves,
and I'll provide some easier modifications.
Now let's begin. Let's get started with a high plank reach through. I am going to need my one dumbbell for this one.
And I have no weights.
We're going to get up into a high plank position. I'm going to be on my feet.
And I'll be on my knees.
I'm going to reach through, grab that dumbbell, set it down, and then opposite side, reach through, bring it across the body, set it down.
So for me, I am reaching underneath as if I was grabbing a dumbbell, tapping to the side, and returning to starting position.
We're going to get started together. Ready for this, Claudia?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. 3, 2, 1, begin. Throughout today's routine, we are going to encourage you to make it work for you. So pick and choose which ones you want to use weight for, if any at all. Pick and choose which ones you want to follow my variation or Claudia's. No two bodies are the same.
And we also just want to make sure, especially if you're not using any weight, that you don't rotate your upper body. So just keeping a nice square shoulder, reaching underneath, tapping, and returning.
That's it. It's an anti-rotation movement, so we want to fight that temptation to rotate.
That's right. Keeping our core nice and braced through the whole movement.
Oxygen's flowing here. Don't hold your breath while in this high plank position.
You got it.
Almost through it.
Yep.
And 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, no weight for either of us on this next one. We're gonna move into a reverse crunch. Moving to our backs. I'm gonna start with both feet down. I'm gonna bring both knees up, glue my lower back to the floor, both knees up, extend my legs straight without touching my feet to the floor, and then back up.
For my variation, I'm gonna actually rest my feet for about a 1/1000 count and then return.
Ready? And begin. Whichever variation you choose, I want you to make sure that you're gluing that lower back to the floor. So it's down. Don't get an arch going on this one.
If it helps to put your hands underneath your lower back, like I'm doing, you can certainly do that.
Making sure to breathe. Again, not holding your breath here. Focusing on contracting those abs throughout. And you decide which variation's right for you, and that's all right. Maybe you start with my variation, and then halfway through, you need to switch to Claudia's or vice versa.
You have about 9 more seconds left.
Fighting through right to the end. Working on those lower abdominal muscles.
3, 2, 1, and break.
All right. Moving back into a plank position, we're going to do a low plank saw. I'm getting my one dumbbell out again for this one.
And again, no weight for me.
I'm in that low plank position on my forearms.
On my knees.
I'm gonna take that, my right hand, press the dumbbell out, and bring it back in.
And I'm actually gonna drag my hand across the floor and bring it back to starting position.
We're gonna do half and half on each side.
Woo!
Ready? And begin.
My abs are already burning just in the starting position.
All right, that's how we know it's gonna work.
Make sure you exhale on the hardest part of the exercise. So when you have your hand out, then that's when you exhale, inhale back in.
Keeping that weight evenly distributed across that forearm.
We're gonna switch in 3, 2, 1, and switch.
All right, try not to take a break in between.
And try your best not to rotate those shoulders.
We don't want our butt up in the air, and we don't want our hips sinking. Nice flat back, all the way down your spine.
Don't have much left.
Again, no breath holding either.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and break.
All right, we're gonna move over onto our backs for the next one. We're gonna get into a hollow body position. I'm gonna start with my arms up in the air. I'm grabbing my dumbbell from either side.
And I just have my hands up.
Now my lower back comes glued to the floor while I bring my shoulder blades up off the floor, and then I'm gonna extend my legs straight.
And I'm gonna have my knees bent tabletop.
So it's an isometric position right here. Ready, and begin.
All right.
Again, lower back stays glued to the floor.
Go to your
so
happy
very
place.
important.
Oh yeah.
And if you can't keep that lower back glued, what do? Ooh, bend those knees to get yourself until you can keep that lower back. And maybe you don't need to be here. Maybe this is too much. Maybe you're somewhere in between.
That's right.
But don't allow that back to arch, whichever variation you choose.
20 more seconds. Let's
Pressing.
do it.
Even if you're not using weight, still pretend like you're pressing straight up into the sky.
And honestly, you don't even really need some weight.
No, I mean,
well,
your arms
maybe
have
if you're
weight.
maybe if you're me, you don't need weight.
Your arms have weight as well.
In 3, 2, 1, and break.
All right, we're gonna move into a side plank position. We're gonna do a side plank reach through. So I'm using my one dumbbell.
And again, no weight for me.
So I'm gonna come up on one leg with my right leg stacked on top.
And notice I have my left knee bent.
I'm gonna reach through with my right arm and reach straight up. So that reach through is the same for both of us. You decide if you want the weight or not. Ready, and begin.
And you decide if you want your left leg supporting you. Now, don't get it twisted. You are going to feel some glute burn in that lower stationary leg,
That's right. We'll call that glute burn extra credit.
regardless of which form of this exercise you're doing.
Also lighting those obliques on fire. That's those
Ooh-wee, I
ab
feel it.
muscles on the side. We're gonna switch sides in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Same move, opposite side now. No downtime, keep it up. And begin. So half and half on each side. Making sure to reach through and then reach up nice and high.
Remembering to breathe. You're going to exhale in the hardest part of the movements for you that might be reaching through. And exhale.
Make sure to keep that elbow directly under your shoulder. You don't want it too far out in
Ooh,
front.
That's a good reminder. Not much left. In 3, 2, 1, and break.
Ah, nice. All right, let's come up onto one knee for this next one, a really functional move. It's a half kneeling dig and chop. I'm gonna place 2 hands on my one dumbbell. I'm gonna chop down into the side of that knee that's back, diagonal up, and chop back down.
And you notice that I just interlaced my fingers as though I were holding a dumbbell.
You decide which variation is right for you, but here we go. And begin. Again, diagonal. So up and to the left, down and to the right, into that back knee. Core stays braced throughout. We don't want a loose waist on this one.
Definitely not. It's actually the opposite of what we're trying to achieve here.
Yeah, we
No
want-
loose waists. And 3, 2, 1, and switch sides.
All right, same move, opposite side. Ready, begin. So when we talk about bracing, we want to press out 360 degrees all the way around. Like there's a balloon and you're pressing out all throughout your core.
That's right. Our core is a pressure system. We want to make sure that we have a nice, even brace all the way around.
And we are getting some extra credit on the shoulders on this one.
Here we go.
Nothing
And
wrong
3,
with that.
2, 1, and break.
All right. I'm setting my weight to the side for the next one. Coming into a prone position, so lying on my front side. My arms are in front. It's called a Pilates swimming. I'm gonna bring my right arm and left leg up, down, left arm, right leg up, down, alternate between the two. Ready, and begin. So squeeze those glutes on this one. It's gonna not only work your glutes, it's gonna work your lower back as well as your abs and some extra credit on those shoulders
And your brain.
and your
A
brain.
little bit of coordination here.
Opposite sides each time.
Exhaling and breathing. No holding our breath in this position.
If your lower back is burning, squeeze those glutes a little more.
Oh yeah.
But nothing wrong with a lower back that's working on this one. We need our lower back to work. Should work our lower back just like we work the rest of our core.
We'll fight through that uncomfort that we feel.
In 3, 2, 1, 0. All right. I am gonna grab my 1 dumbbell for this next one. We're moving to our backs. We're gonna do a long crunch. So I'm gonna start with that weight in my hands on both sides.
Again, no weight for me.
And both of us are gonna place our arms overhead extension, gluing my lower back to the floor again. I'm gonna crunch up, just bringing my shoulder blades up off the floor, and then back down. Stretch, you can feel stretch in those shoulders as well. Ready, and begin.
We should be exhaling as we crunch up. So inhale down and exhale in that crunch.
So the temptation on this one is when you bring those arms back overhead, your temptation is to allow your lower back to have a big arch. Do not do that. Fight that temptation. Keep that lower back glued to the floor. And if you just can't bring those arms all the way down without arching, then don't bring them all the way down. Bring them as far down as your body and mobility will allow.
Beginning to feel a little tension in your neck. Just press your tongue into the upper part of your mouth.
Yeah, that's a great tip and technique. We want to relax that neck. 10 seconds. Crunch and contract those abs every time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Nice work.
All right, no wait for the next one. We're gonna move into a good old-fashioned plank. I'm gonna do this one on my forearm, so low plank and on my feet.
I'm gonna do it from my knees. This is gonna do you in for sure.
I better tuck my shirt in on this one. All right, here we go. Ready, and begin. Good tip on this one is to make sure you keep those elbows under or just behind your shoulders, so you don't want them out in front of you. And then also, squeeze your glutes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're working our abs, but in order to help engage those abs, we want to squeeze our glutes.
That's right. And also help you from having that butt up in the air. Squeeze them and just make sure that your butt is nice and in line with your head, your neck, and your back.
And just pretending like we're balancing a glass of water on our back on this one. And then go to your happy place. Whatever it is that made you start this workout today, whatever your why is, now's the time to focus on it. What is it? What are you working towards? You're here working out for your family, for yourself, to secure your tomorrow, whatever it is. Now's the time to think about it. Think about that why. Whatever brought you here is what's going to get you through to the end.
10 more seconds. Come on.
Oh, you got it. You got it. You're tougher than this tough workout. Workout's tough, but you're tougher. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Nice. All right,
nice
feeling
work.
good.
Woo!
Ooh, abs are on fire. We hope your abs are feeling just as good as ours.
Nice and strong.
You can come back, repeat this routine, or the next one, and just keep moving. One of the things that helps you stay disciplined and accountable and on the right track is following a complete fitness program. We have those for you from 7 to 90 days in length, regardless of your fitness goal. Where can they find those, Claudia?
You can find those on the HASfit app, which can be downloaded to your Android or Apple device.
You can also stop by our store, pick up something like some HASfit gear, some HASfit shirts, or our diet guide, Eating for Life.
Don't forget to like us on your favorite social media channel. It's 2024, and I know you have one.
Until next time, I'm Coach Kozak.
I'm Claudia.
And we will see you at your next workout.